What up, what up? What is up, guys? This is Mark with the Mic, and this is another Wrestling Babble podcast by Cyclone Inc. I'm Mark with the Mic. I'm joined by Louis Beans.
What is up? What is up?
And we got two other scallywags on this. We got Jabstar.
Pirate terms? Jesus Christ.
We got Jabstar Supreme.
Hello, everybody.
And the Almighty Nick.
How y'all doing?
And we're going to talk this week in wrestling. We'll do our predictions for our Extreme Rules Horror Show, because last week's podcast, YouTube was like, no. So we got to do it again anyway. So we're going to do our predictions of that. We're going to go through the week of wrestling. I got some wrestling news, especially July 18th is a big date for wrestlers. And we already found out that 5 signed to Impact Wrestling. So you'll see. There's a lot of stuff going on. Slammiversary was yesterday. We got some surprises there. I say my match of the week of the night of that pay-per-view was the Deonna Purrazzo versus Jordan Gracie. Amazing match. So we'll start off. I guess we just run into the weekend wrestling, and then we do the horror show. So we'll start off with the first show of the week is Monday Night Raw.
How'd you feel about it?
You want to start this, Mike?
I did not watch the entire show, so the only thing I think I missed was the main event.
Okay.
Which is the women's match, right?
That was actually really good.
Okay.
That was good.
So everything else I saw.
Yeah.
I actually had my favorite thing overall was Randy Orton and Archer. That was about it. Like, it was pretty much generic. There was nothing special on Monday, right? I didn't feel anything special.
So I'll run through the show. If we have something to discuss, we'll discuss it. So we just move it so it keeps moving. So the Raw kicked off with Dolph Ziggler and being on the VIP for the MVP's VIP lounge, and Drew McIntyre comes out, tries to kick him. He runs away. And that ended the segment. Then we started our first match, which was Andrade and Angel Garza defeating the Viking Raiders in an elimination tag match, which the Viking Raiders are in a losing streak right now. Anyone feel anything about that?
Yeah. I think they're going to go heel soon? I think it's about that time.
Yeah.
I think, well, at least they brought it up.
Yeah.
Right.
At least they brought up the fact that they used to be the most dominant tag team in WWE, and then you guys cheat. So, I guess
It was a solid tag.
that's how you address that.
Yeah.
It was a good match. I'll give it that. I mean, it still had, like, the drama of Angel and Andrade, seeing if they're going to split up or not, that whole thing. And what do you guys think about the back and forth between Two-Buck Chuck and Zelina?
That was actually pretty funny. That was actually pretty funny. I like Zelina a lot, so I think her as a character, I think they should put her more in the front part. I think when they did, she was on fire, and then she all of a sudden went right back into being the side talking and things like that. When she was in the front of everything and like running the show kind of in that way, I'll actually give her like a GM position or some shit like that. Have something that she's actually a main character, because she's really good.
Right. It's different. Have somebody like that being in charge.
Yeah. We haven't had it in a while, so it might be useful to do that.
Something different, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It helps us to talk.
Because these matches were the same matches as, guess what, last week.
Yeah.
Well, that was another reason.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get the energy to care. So,
well, we got a new match this week. Ruby Riott and Bianca Belair versus the Iconics.
I would love to give them credit, but like, what? Why?
Yeah, like it was like okay.
Excuse me?
But at least
Ruby needed a win.
I say like at least Bianca Belair is on TV. That's the bonus of it.
And now I think it's Spencer Ruby Riott. Yo, she got her ass kicked in that match again. Like, what the fuck?
But she got a win.
She got
Michael. She got the W.
She got the W. They just did the whole Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins thing.
Man, sorry, no interest for me.
This
So
is what
much
kills me about
rehash.
Go ahead, Mike. Nick.
I said sorry, no interest.
Yeah.
No
I just what kills me about the way they use Ruby Riott is I remember when she was going toe to toe with Ronda Rousey in probably her best match.
Yeah.
And then after that, she's been jobbing.
Well, she was out for a while, and then she came back just straight out jobbing.
Yeah.
New look,
I
though.
don't understand that drop.
Yeah.
She's very good. Very good.
I was a little disappointed because I felt the Iconics were on a roll with their wins of the last couple of weeks and things like that. So for them just to lose randomly, I understand Bianca Belair is going to be a star and things like that, but she's not a tag person.
And she's not a tag team.
Yeah. So it kind of threw me off. I didn't mind the tag team match. Like the match itself, it was decent. It was good. And then seeing Bianca Belair in that element, she's a future star.
I just think it made zero sense. Especially for them to win.
Yeah.
Like if they had lost.
Yeah.
Due to the Iconics and their shenanigans.
Yeah.
Then it would have made more sense because, like you say, hey, an established tag team is better in the ring than two random people, right?
Or
you would say that.
What you could have easily done here is make some more story for the Ruby Riott Liv Morgan thing, and have Ruby Riott cost them the match. Bianca Belair attacks her for losing, and then Liv Morgan comes for the save.
But you don't need to make her bad.
But it gives you.
They could just lose the match.
But Bianca Belair has never had like an actual like what she is. She's just like for herself. You cost me a match, I'm gonna fuck you up.
But she doesn't like that's not 100% in her character to just start beating up on her unknown. If you come to say like Dave, it's like, well, you can't trust anybody in WWE. Yo, you came to get my back. Sorry, we lost. Ah, man, you lost. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Have you not watched Kevin Owens all this time?
Well, once again,
I'm still waiting on his turn.
Entity. He is.
But again, he has an ego.
Huh?
No, but he doesn't turn on everybody. I mean,
not
that's
yet.
The thing. He always turns on. Yes, but he doesn't turn on every single person.
Like seriously, this week on Raw, like I swore he was gonna powerbomb Rey Mysterio on the apron.
That was the vibe.
He was like holding him very close, like I got your back and things like that. I was like, please, Kevin Owens, don't kill him. He has an eye for eye match.
But again, this match in particular, it just felt like just throw these people together. Hey, you're back. Hey, you want to help?
Yeah.
You want to stand around in the ring?
You want to get on TV?
Yeah, basically.
That's what they did.
Earn that free food?
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with you 100%.
I'm trying to make sense of what I'm watching, and this is just bugging me. Like, what happened to Liv? Did she go on vacation?
Yeah.
She gone?
I don't know. She just haven't been on TV. Or they could have just had Ruby Riott and like try to find a partner. And she couldn't get a partner, so they start beating up on her, and then Liv comes to save her or some shit.
Everything is taking me out. Like, why would you? Didn't we get a storyline beginning like 2 weeks ago with that?
Yeah, they started.
I'm trying to justify in my brain what I saw on the television.
There's no justification because again, remember the rivalry they had. It took like a whole month for getting a continuation for it.
Well, then I just can't get it. Then I'm just gonna reserve my judgment and not give a shit. I can't.
Yeah.
You understand my frustration?
I'm trying to tell you 100%. I 100%
can't hear.
Yeah. Shayna Baszler returns with a warning, and then she helps R-Truth fight the ninjas.
Okay, I had a problem with that. I'm sorry. There was another missed opportunity. You don't have to maybe keep the 24/7 champion being a funny thing. You could have switched it, have Shayna win, and nobody could take the shit away from her.
Yeah,
that's a missed opportunity in itself, and it gives her something to do.
Yeah,
I thought that was gonna happen.
I thought it was gonna happen too. I thought R-Truth was gonna get like fucking choked.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna choke R-Truth out, take the belt, and he's like, "I dare anybody to try to take this," and you're gonna see nobody try.
Yeah, they try to do that with Rick Moss, and look what happened. Where he's at now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think his whole thing was some weird situation. He can't travel. I actually heard about it. It was like him and Vanessa Bourne can't travel.
Oh, okay.
For some reason,
where they live at?
They're not gonna pay to fly them out because they don't live down there. Apparently, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because supposedly Vanessa Bourne quietly got moved to Raw.
Yeah, that's a whole thing I found out about. Like, oh shit, okay.
I don't think I.
I saw an article about that.
Yeah.
That's it. So
Next match I think was, I guess, my excitement for this show was Alex Black versus Murphy. Even though like we've seen this quite a few times, they always give us a hell of a match. It's just there's no continuity. There's no reason. Like there's no
I'm
like
numb to it
end game
now.
for it anymore.
That they've made me numb to great matches, potentially great matches. That's what that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know they could give it I feel Buddy Murphy is very misused and the weight in his role, and I think they should be giving him some wins. They should be building him. He should be the person that will line up turning on Seth Rollins down the road and make a big money outcome against Seth versus Buddy Murphy.
Which would be a hell of a match.
Oh yeah, and you can make it for a title and put a title on Seth and then have Buddy tired of the shit and go after him and things like that. But I feel like WWE is losing like the simple booking. They try too hard to over extenuate a story that it just becomes numbing. And
It's 'cause I would just like to point out, it feels like it's because of the lack of people available.
yeah,
To that point, they could work out a system where they rotate people in and out because of the way they tape.
I feel like that's a great idea. Why don't you use your roster in the full capacity, as in stop having the same matches, use a different tag team in certain parts.
Yeah.
Right, like NXT. NXT did it right, where you didn't see everybody every week. You saw, Shinsuke. I saw every 3 weeks, and I was still like, I wasn't like where he at. It was just there's so many people, and I get it.
Yeah, it has to be a rotating thing. Like again, like what you were saying. Go ahead. You were saying something, Mike.
No, I was just saying, yeah, you just made a really good point about the size of the roster and the rotation. Because if you think about it, for what we have, NXT's probably got 20, 25 people.
Yeah.
If you think of every single person that's probably been on NXT in a month, right?
Yeah.
They rotate the hell out of those people, and it's like, man, you don't see. Like, I haven't seen Dexter Lumis wasn't on this last week. I don't believe he did a drawing.
Yeah, he did a drawing, but he wasn't actually on
and
TV.
Then, yeah, and it's just like, wow, you. Some people don't have to be there, but they can still have an impact.
Yeah,
that's interesting. Right? Yeah. But they can't do that on Raw or SmackDown at all.
I feel like, and the sad thing is, they have the roster to do it. They just don't do it.
No,
I honestly think it's because of the way they write the show.
No, I feel like there's a part that they're limited to the guys they have, but there's other ways of doing it. As in, like the tag team that they brought up from NXT, that Vic and what's his name, the other Australian kid from the TM61.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah.
They're on Shane Thorne.
Wow, I forgot about them.
They're on the roster. They've been doing main event. They're still filming main event. You got to realize they film main event still. So Natty's still working there. Like there's still a lot of people on that roster that you just don't see on the main roster. But they should be using them. We were getting, and I feel like that's the difference of creativity between Bruce Pritchard and Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman was pushing some of the new ones, but there was a lot of older guys that didn't like the way Paul Heyman was doing things. It was a big mashup of the two.
I mean, he did notice a shift.
Yeah.
I really don't understand how they don't see it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like when you could see it, it's like if I had to pretend that I could see the future, I could probably predict the roster that's going to be on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
And I try their best, but again, there's limitations you could do, and there's things you could take more seriously too. And the fact that you have such, like the one people that have been consistently good throughout these shows was been Sasha and Bailey. I feel like they've been probably the best thing out of these shows. Hands down. They come in, they do their shit, they do good promos, they have they have like 4 different rivalries happening within the 3 different branches. They have one with Asuka and Kairi, they have one with Alexa and Nikki, they have one in NXT with anyone that was a contender as well as too. So there's like a mix. They always have a different rivalry, so they have other people to play off of. They're playing over the same people, but you're not seeing the same match, which is good. But overall, again, like how many times Viking Raiders and Street Profits? However, we saw that a long time. That lasted longer than it should have.
Mm-hmm.
But
Andrade and Garza taking the Street Profit spot.
yeah, and I think they're gonna take the titles because Dawkins gonna be out for a bit.
Yeah.
Understandable.
yeah.
Again, if there's new blood, then who are their opponents going to be? Only the Viking Raiders?
Well,
Where's the division?
exactly. And then you have like Ricochet and Cedric. You're working them a tag team, but you barely show them on TV. You could easily made them a tag team.
Defeated by Bobby Lashley and MVP.
Yeah.
Defeated. Like, wow. Yeah. Okay.
And those are
tag team built up.
That tag team could be easily built up. Imagine a match between Dawkins and the Street Profits and Ricochet and Cedric Alexander.
Mm-hmm.
No, that'd be a hell of a match. Why'd you kill off your tag team before?
Yeah, but you have.
They're so excited.
Yeah, but they don't. They have tag teams. They just like they use them. I don't know. At least Andre and Garza is consistently booked. So at least you're seeing the build of them. But the rest is there. Like, but then again, also it goes to limitations too because Austin Theory is not there anymore. There's a lot of guys that are not there anymore.
What happened to him?
He was one of the people in the allegations.
Really?
Yeah. So they kind of took him off TV for a bit until everything's clear.
Did not hear that one.
Yeah.
I just want to point out Austin Theory's allegation.
Oh.
That allegation is kind of iffy as fuck. I saw the allegation. I was like, that's iffy. Because he could have just been looking. A girl put up that he was extra close to her. It looked like he was just taking a regular photo with her.
Yeah.
It doesn't even look like she was uncomfortable at all.
Yeah.
He didn't put his hand anywhere weird. It was her allegation upset the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Because some people have real allegations, and I feel like she threw that up just to be in the conversation.
Sadly, when things happen like that, usually like everything comes out, and then you have ones that are real that should be taken seriously, and then there's ones that is like, it's like Crying Wolf with a bunch of real stories, and it's like it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
you just reminded me. The unfortunate thing about this is there's still more, and I just realized Jay Lethal got a whole bunch coming his way now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
He made a statement. Jay Lethal made a statement that I felt like, yeah, that's the statement you should make because, well, he had it on his page. If you want to look up Jay Lethal, but yeah, a lot of people are like defending him on it. So,
Right. And his statement's funny because all he said was, "I'm the black machismo," and that's it. Very cryptic.
Let's move on to Raw, and we could get more into it because some of the other shows have that. We're going to line up going back into that conversation.
Okay.
Kevin Owens defeats Seth Rollins. It was a proper match after. This is where I saw like Kevin Owens. I thought he was gonna betray Mysterio because he was awfully too close to him.
Right. He had the "I'm gonna betray you" vibes.
Yo, I felt I got flashbacks of Sami Zayn. That's what I felt.
And Chris Jericho. And...
No, the spot with the Sami Zayn one when Sami Zayn won the title and he was walking with him out the ring, and then he banged his head on the fucking, and then he powerbombed him. That's what I saw. I was
like, trust Kevin Owens. He has that. He just has that "I can't trust you" vibe. He doesn't know his beard. Yeah.
But they've been working him babyface, but he's just I don't know, he's just there. Like I think you should use him more in a stronger story. He's just there, he's kind of like in the same predicament that AJ Styles was in on Raw. He's just there.
Yeah.
Well, I know.
The thing about Kevin, go ahead.
His thing is still continuing the business with Rollins, so we'll see. At least he makes sense to be there.
Yeah.
Trying to kill Seth Rollins again.
Yeah. Randy Orton defeats R-Truth, then challenged Big Show to an unsanctioned match.
I don't know why he would accept that.
Because Big Show is Big Show.
I guess you just don't want to call it a street fight. I guess you just don't want to call it.
I'm just saying, why would Big Show accept that?
Why would Netflix let him have that match if it was actually real?
Probably not.
Like, there should be a statement from Netflix, like kayfabe from Netflix, like, we don't think our client should be even season 2's coming up.
We still not finished recording.
Liabilities.
They should have brought a Netflix guy with a T-shirt. He's like the businessman for Netflix.
Yeah.
Like, our top star.
But he's built like a wrestler, and he gets RKO'd by Randy Orton. Whatever,
Yeah.
He's wearing wrestling boots.
We got Bobby Lashley defeats Ricochet. I thought it was a good match, but again, you're using these guys for nothing. They're just getting their ass kicked. I like what they're building with Bobby Lashley, though. Like, I like what they're doing with him. At least they're doing something with him. But
making him serious.
But he's also not in the title match, so it's kind of like MVP's in the title match and not him. Unless MVP be like, psych, Bobby's fighting you, then I'll take it. But is MVP fighting Apollo Crews?
He could throw that out there.
Yeah, I'm
like, whoa. My boy Bobby.
Yeah,
I would have. Hold up. The best manager for Bobby was that little guy. What's his fucking name?
Leo Rush.
Oh, Leo Rush.
Yeah, Leo Rush was great.
I liked the way he talked, walked, acted. He was that's his manager. Yeah. He's got so much charisma. He's so loud, but he wanted to be a wrestler.
No, he wanted money. He wanted a piece of Bobby Lashley's merch because he was the one that's making the catchphrase, which I 100% understand.
That makes sense.
He said a catchphrase. His catchphrase was Bobby Lashley. Like, you can't have a catchphrase.
No, but how he said it and everything like that was the catchphrase.
Once again, how? It's the man's name.
But he's the one that is pronouncing it, and anyone that's doing it as a fan is saying it the way Leo Rush says it.
Hey, you put the same name on a shirt 3 times, somebody's getting dollars for that. So.
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley.
And Leo Rush was not getting a dime, but he's the one that has been saying it and hyping it.
He should have came up with his own a real catchphrase for it. Then I can say okay.
Yeah.
See, okay. Now that argument. Wait, but that argument could also go with oh my God, what's his name? That was with Rusev. In English. He
no,
100%.
100%.
Well, he probably did because he did come up with Rusev Day.
you hope so. He was in a damn tag team.
Yeah, 100%.
This is true.
I think that's not the full. Saying I'm like he was part of a group. Yeah.
He was the day in Rusev Day.
Yeah,
but he didn't set up that Lana Day, huh?
Well, that's also the other thing too.
They don't hit the same, Nick. They don't hit the same.
They tried.
Yeah. Well, they gave up on that, actually.
They did.
They made her insurance and get out there.
Remember, she used to be a wrestler. What happened? Well, Bobby Lashley.
She got married.
Right? Damn, that's crazy. But that happened. It's funny because I was watching Divas. I was watching Divas with Jen, and I remember even in those episodes that she was like, she really wants to wrestle. She really wants to train hard. But I'm seeing less and less of her in the ring completely.
Yeah.
Well,
she's pretty good.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do.
Green, but she's pretty good.
There's a lot. I'll just be honest and say this: it's consistent, and even though they might not say it, it's a problem. They don't know what to do with all those women.
Yeah.
Some of them they do. A lot of them they don't.
Yeah.
And this is why you get SmackDown. You have some issues that people just can't let that slide. And hey man, she used to be on SmackDown too. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I do.
She's the best outfits in the game.
Listen, she didn't have to sing the honky tonk song.
Oh boy.
Oh, that was terrible. Anyway, Raw ends with the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Sasha Banks and Bayley defeats Kabuki Warriors. I thought the match was a really good match. Ended pretty it kind of ended with like shenanigans, but that's what we get for Bayley and Sasha. Like, we know that's gonna happen. But I like Kairi Sane back. It's fun.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I like the combination of Asuka and her. It's just nice. I don't understand why I like it so much. They're so silly.
They're smooth though. Like, in the ring, they're mean.
Exactly. Especially Kairi Sane when she gets really high up with those elbows.
Yeah.
It's like people always say women can't do the elbow. Well, some of them be do the push off elbows.
Yeah.
That Kairi Sane, man, she hits you in that fucking face.
Oh, she's stiff. She's not
Little
cute.
arms. And then that elbow, I love her elbow.
Yeah.
The on top elbow. What is that? The insane elbow?
Yeah.
She looks so graceful in the sky.
She looks deadly.
I like
hard.
Hero.
Um,
She should be the beauty of the sky.
WWE NXT. Let's get into that. Then we go into AEW. NXT. We started off with Damian Priest and Cameron Grimes. I thought that was a solid match.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I still feel like there's something not.
Hold on.
Like
We're going to
somebody-
really skip the almost 10 minutes
Oh yeah.
of fucking Lee talking the same thing over and over again.
Yeah. There was a long promo by Keith Lee.
Oh man, yeah, they had a.
How
And
many
then
times did he say he
champions.
was the European and NXT champion? He had the ring announcer say it. Then he said it. Then he said it again. I was like,
He's
yo.
champion.
Listen, why wouldn't you? When's the last? How long ago was Biggie?
Yeah.
Just think about it. Just take yourself out the game and think about it. I'd have did the same thing too.
Like, look at me.
And proper with it, put his head in the sky. I was like,
When
And they-
the last
and-
time we seen Shelton with a belt? Nah.
I don't mind. I didn't mind the promo. Maybe you could cut it maybe a few more minutes off because it went a little long. But I didn't mind the promo. It was his orientation as NXT champion. I'm 100% fine with that. He wants to be a fighting champion, and he put Dijakovic as his main competitor for a title shot, and I thought that was perfectly fine as well. Like you're ready starting as a fighting champion. That's fine.
yeah,
The promo
it's
was a little
just
long. I admit that,
madness,
but I don't think it was that bad. I don't think it was a bad promo.
thought it was too long. It was too long saying the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
But the one thing I did say, I love that guy, Divakovic. I've seen him before when he first started in there, and I
Yeah.
really was impressed by him. I haven't seen him that much since. But I wanted him to come out. When he said his name, I wanted him to come out to make the challenge.
Yeah.
Not, hey guy, we had a real good rivalry last time. You brought the best out of me. You want to have a match?
I get what you're saying, but I feel like his thing was more about him being, because he came out when he won the title, so him being a friendship, he was like, I'll let you go for the titles first. So I could see why he didn't do it like that, and he brought him out instead of him coming out and interrupting him, because it was a mutual respect.
It's commendable. It's commendable.
Yeah, so I was fine
You
with
see
that.
the camaraderie there. You see the
Yeah,
camaraderie.
because he also, like, if you remember in NXT, he came out and hugged him, like grabbed him and hugged him and stuff like that. And the end of Keith Lee won,
Yeah.
so it made sense.
It was really the build-up that I thought that something was going to happen with that, because the way they did the video package,
Yeah,
it wasn't really a graduatory video package. It was everyone saying, we're going to come after you. You got the biggest target on your back. That's what I thought was leading up to this.
I was hoping for Balor. Just me.
Ooh.
I love NXT Balor, so I was hoping for Balor.
It's the Prince. Come on.
Yeah. Anyway, so Damian Priest, Cameron Grimes. I thought it was a solid match. I liked the way it finished here because he caught him off the rope with that cross rope, whatever move is. I actually think he does it better than Cody.
Yeah, he does do better. Plus, thank God that guy ducked his head.
Yeah.
He went way over.
Yeah. The thing with Damian Priest though, I think he's too big to be doing that.
Maybe.
At times when he does it looks awkward because he's just long, so he has to put his body in position to do it.
And everybody's shorter than him.
I think he
So
needs
he's
like a
kinda
choke slam or some shit, like a good.
Again,
unique-
I think his kicks should be the way to finish the match.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
He's really, you can tell that the person, that him doing that kick, he knows what the hell he's doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
As in, he's a martial artist. So when it's like Aleister Black, if he kicks you, you know he's trained for years, so
Yeah.
it should be dangerous.
yeah.
So I feel like a giant man spin kicking you in the head, it should be over.
Yeah.
Come on, like it's simple.
But I also think he doesn't want to take a spin kick because everyone's already comparing him now to Black.
Well, his move will be more towards Kofi than Aleister. His move
true.
looks like
'Cause
a Trouble
more
in
of a
Paradise.
forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, next match was Indy Hartwell defeats Chauncey Blackheart because with the help of the Robert Stone brand.
If it
After he
wasn't
got
for
his
this,
fucking foot
if it
ran
wasn't
over.
this, I would have booed this match because like I was telling
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indy Hartwell was stiff as hell, dude. It was just like I wasn't into it. I was taken out of the match, right?
Yeah.
She's
So-
green. Very green.
Robert Stone and Aaliyah helped her win. I think she's going to be part of the Robert Stone brand as well. Robert Stone.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that he got his leg wound over. If you did not see that clip, go watch that clip. It's hilarious.
But I'm going to put Robert Stone. I feel like he's imitating a manager.
He's imitating Tony Khan.
Well, I know that, but
he's imitating he's imitating Tony Khan 100%.
I'll take your word for it because I've never seen Tony Khan talk.
I thought he was a thing because before he got on TV, he was doing that.
Well, he was doing kind of like a broski character. He was like the Jersey Shore character and shit.
Oh, with DJ Z?
Yeah.
With the beep 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 beep.
I hate that guy.
A little bit after that, where he started wearing the suit and changed into that, and he would there's somebody I follow. Damn it, I think it's like only Lorcan and him.
Yeah,
they constantly go back and forth on like social media. So he was already suited up.
Yeah, he was already doing that.
Already doing the finger up.
Yeah,
and so like around that same time, which I think was like the middle of last year, is when that became a thing.
Yeah, because he was already doing managing and house shows. He was not on TV with it. It's the same thing with that dude, Storky, or whatever his name is, the little black dude with the two Indian dudes.
Yeah.
He was a manager on house shows. Like, he did not do TV, but house shows, he was a manager.
But he had a different thing, I want to say, a year ago as well.
Yeah.
Before he switched up to a manager, he had a different type of, like, managerial, but, like, he was a part of a thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, because he was managing the big ninja.
Yeah, yes, that's right.
He was managing the big ninja. But anyway, right now the Robert, the way he acts and how he talks, if you listen to the interview with Tony Khan, you hear it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. So I think that's what he's trying to do, and like it's an imitation of him kind of in that way.
But I just feel like he's doing a bad version of a manager. Like it's not organic.
I think he's doing great. I think he's hilarious.
He's too silly. He's too silly. He's too silly.
See, like he's the only one.
Had silly moments.
Yeah.
But he's like the only one.
Yeah.
There's not like seven silly managers. He's the only one.
Yeah.
But that's the thing I'm saying. He's too silly for that role.
I think he's fine.
I just said there's like 7 serious managers, and he's the only silly one.
Yeah.
There could be a silly one.
I love what he's doing. And him and Chelsea Green, I thought was great. And then what happened to Chelsea Green? She's on Raw too.
Right. She got called up, right? Like suddenly.
Yeah, and then she dumped him. And that's why he was depressed. And then he finally got his clients back. See, his story, he had a whole story.
Yeah, true.
And it was
He's got an arc.
Yeah, he had a whole arc
with a brown bag. Yeah.
He's drinking the 40 from a brown bag and all.
You got thrown in a flash can.
I loved it. Yeah, because he deserved it. Rhea Ripley fucked him up.
Yeah, I forgot. You're right. He got beat up too. Damn.
NXT North American champion and NXT champion Keith Lee defeats Dominic Dijakovic. I liked the match. It was a good match, but we've seen it before.
Yeah.
Right.
That match was way too damn slow. That wasn't like their matches before. It was a little bit more fire than that. They took forever just to stop weakening at each other and pounding each other's hands. Almost through 2 segments. And then they started wrestling.
Yeah, the one thing that bothered me was the handshake thing. Like, why are you going to do that twice in the match? Like, what? Yeah. What? Like, did they? No, I think they might have did it 3 times in the match.
It was like, relax, guys. We get it. Y'all friends.
Yeah. When y'all got to start fighting?
They could have just pounded and that's it, and then go fight.
Yeah, one time.
One time.
They could have led up to a little bit of stank going on. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he got me here. Fuck that. But then Lee got just control.
Yeah.
Just whooped his ass, and I was like, "Wow, that was kind of a squash match."
Yeah, like I felt like there was a point in this match that it should have been like one of them taking it a little bit more personally than the other kind of thing. Like he almost winning, and then he gets angry and fucking starts going wailing on him and shit. I feel like they missed that opportunity in that match. Like it happens in all like friend rivalry matches. Like, oh, it's going too far. He almost won. Fuck that dude.
Yeah, and then right into it. It was like I felt like Davidovic should have been taking it more seriously since this is his only title match.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Then Lee would have been like, "Nah, man, we're friends." But then he would have got real mad at him.
Yeah,
that stands out.
That was just weird.
Next match is Timmy Thatcher, Stu Hart versus Denzel. I can't say his last name, so I'm just calling him Denzel.
Oh,
Denzel. Hold on. Before we go past that match, I understood it, but I don't know if everyone else understood when Scarlett came out with a bag of garbage.
No,
that was the broken hourglass. He broke that.
I actually on a couple casts ago, that was my prediction for the Adam Cole Keith Lee match. Is I had Clean Cross destroying both men because one, he was going after Cole, and then two, Keith Lee broke his clock.
Yeah.
So it came around, and the fact that he broke the clock, so he's going after him.
Yeah, that's right. Dijakovic got flipped.
Yeah,
he got flipped too after the match,
and he got flipped.
My man could not work that tie. My man Killer could not work that.
Yeah, he couldn't get a tie. He was like, you know what? I'm done.
Yeah.
Like
he could flip this dude so fast.
I don't know. Did he speak? What? Do any of you speak the language that he spoke? Was it Croatian? I think it was.
Yeah.
So I'm in the dark. I don't know what he said.
I don't know what he said either.
Me either.
But it was fighting words.
All I know.
Right. Listen, my man, you can speak English. You could threaten me in English.
Yeah. But man, it's personal when they say it in their own language. It's personal.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is that he struggled with that button more than he struggled in flipping the dodge.
The button's more over the carrying cross.
No, he didn't want to break that shirt because he was.
It's not a
expensive shirt.
He's like, damn.
Charlie bought this for me. That's my favorite.
This isn't a Portobello shirt. This is a.
Now we go into Timothy Thatcher versus Denzel. Timothy Thatcher, I've been saying like clear, like yo, he's Stu Hart. Like the full character Stu Hart. Like this whole wrestling school, how he stretches people out, it's all like if you ever hear stories about Stu Hart, it's 100% Stu Hart.
Yeah, because
pretty much this guy.
Yeah.
What was it?
I mean, I like that the guy got to show his what he do, because every time I've seen that man, he has gotten destroyed.
Yeah.
So good on that.
Yeah, he got some good moves in there, and then Thatcher destroyed his arm.
Yeah. So like at least we understand why they hire you. Okay, now I understand.
And then Oni Lorcan came for the save because he kept tearing the dude's arm off, and we're gonna get Oni Lorcan. Maybe we get another that UFC kind of fight they did.
Maybe they'll end up being a real tag team. Maybe because whatchamacallit, he's on 205 Live now.
Yeah,
he'll show up on
Birch.
Yeah, like he's in single competition every now and again.
And Lorcan.
True that.
So maybe they're joining Thatcher.
I could just see those two forming a rivalry and then eventually forming a tag. Because I think as much as I love player 1, player 2, they're not gonna get over.
Yeah.
They just reached like the we're good on a takeover, but we're never gonna win the match. And I think if Lorcan and Thatcher were a tag team, they would win tag team championships.
And then we go to our main event, which is the NXT Women's Championship match. Io Shirai defeats Tegan Nox.
I told you, Merc, I wasn't feeling the match because of how there was hesitation at times. You could see it with Tegan. Yeah. And it was like, I'm like, man, why is it, why now? Because Do you know, have they not fought ever?
They
Io
probably
and
have
Tegan?
touched hands in like in house shows, but I know in like the Mae Young they never touched hands. They were in different brackets.
Yeah, they were.
I don't think they actually. No, I think this was actually their first match.
Because if that's the case, then I could see it.
Yeah, like
Like there was sometimes where Io was just waiting for her to fight back, and it was like she was just not doing anything.
yeah, like I felt like she was like like yeah, what you were saying is like very hesitant with her movement, especially like seeing like after seeing Io versus Sasha Banks, and how hard they fucking hit each other, and
or
then,
at least the fluidity.
yeah, and then they were fluent and stuff like that. This one, she was like, it's just like how we used to say that Apollo Crews had like really strong moves, but they looked really soft.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it looked like.
Yeah. It felt like she was trying not to hurt her.
Yeah.
I was like, why are you? What? No, beat her up and take her belt. That's what you want to do, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
Well,
this
you
was like
should-
the spot.
yeah. Like it wasn't bad. It just took.
especially when, you know,
What you said, Nick?
especially when Beth Phoenix is going so hard
Yeah.
or not.
Yeah.
She did all this, blah blah blah. I'm like, Jesus Christ, just have sex with her, leave her alone. Like, marry her then. Like, Jesus.
Yeah.
But that match was okay.
It wasn't.
It wasn't the best.
It could have been better. Like, I agree 100% with Mike. Like the moves looked soft. She looked like she was hesitant to hit her. She looked like she was thinking too much and not moving. Like she was in her head but not moving with what's in her head. And I always call out Naomi. I always call out the girls that do that, and that's something that she does. She thinks too much and then don't fall through with it. And you catch her thinking. Like she's like, okay, what I do now? And it's like, okay, you need to learn how to adjust yourself better.
Right.
Other than that, it was a decent start. I guess maybe next time they actually fight, maybe we get a better match. I hope so.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping this comes soon. Is Dakota Kai kicking the shit out of Shirai
That
at
was
the
my
end of the
favorite
match?
entire week.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a better match.
She caught her flush.
Yeah.
It's just a foot.
The
Just
white
let's take it
sneaker.
Damn.
I was gonna point out, why do y'all call her the Genius of the Sky when she never get hit a moonsault?
She hit some moonsault.
Excuse me.
But she always misses.
Finished.
All right, I'm gonna veer another direction. I was never ever sold on Tegan Knox,
Yeah.
and you're not gonna sell me on it now. She's not Captain Marvel. She can get out of here.
Captain Marvel wasn't Captain Marvel.
She was more. I like
Wait,
Captain
but that's
Marvel.
two different people. So one's talking about Genius of the Sky. That's Io,
I know.
Io
never hits that moonsault.
and she ends like 90% of her match. Have you watched her matches?
Yes, and I've never seen her hit a moonsault correctly. She always misses.
No, wait a second. It was she never hit.
Hold on.
She never hit a moonsault correctly. Please.
She does it, but she always misses.
You can't just be sitting here just making shit up and then going back on it. You just told me, just told us that she never hit a moonsault. How she win that belt? What?
She won it with the moonsault.
She does the moonsault, but she misses the opponent.
First of all, stop lying.
Oh, she fully landed on Rhea Ripley in that.
Right. If she doesn't hit it,
Hold up. Watch.
That shine on Rhea Ripley's face shows that she landed on her.
Wait, I 100% give you
it correctly.
Right? Thank you. Then why did you say she never hits it?
Hold up.
It's two different things.
She never hits it correctly.
Thank you. Okay. You didn't say that before.
She does the moonsault.
No.
But she never gets in the middle of the person. It's either she goes too far over or she hits him in the head and her knees.
Okay, I can respect that, but please don't sit here and say she never hits it, because that's just like, what? Am I watching the same thing?
Okay, she never hits it correctly.
Thank you. Okay.
Well,
I'm not gonna argue how you feel about that, but like, you don't say never.
Well, on Rhea it was not her fault, because it was a figure 8 leg lock, and it was an awkward move, and they wanted Rhea to take the pin.
That was a weird one.
Rhea,
I was going to hit that. She was going to hit that.
I can honestly always concede if we can sit here and go back to her matches and she's done it, and like he said, if she's hit it incorrectly, that's one thing that you can prove.
Yeah.
You can look at a video of it. But when you say never hit it, you can't prove that. What?
She lands it. She always lands it. She just sometimes she'll land like more legs than body. But depending on the direction, and also that's the talent that's on the floor to set herself up too.
Yeah,
and I would have put up. She never really looks back either. She does a Cody Rhodes.
Yes,
he gets up.
She does a Cody Rhodes.
But Cody Rhodes knows he's gonna miss like 80% of the time.
Like, is he gonna ever look back?
Kurt Angle never looked back.
Okay, I know we're not at SmackDown yet, but shout out to The Miz for once again being consistent at never catching people in moonsaults. That mother, it's like he's allergic to moonsaults because it's like every time they aim at him, his arms never go up.
I just want to point out they always talk to him before they do it.
Yeah.
And he never catches them.
He don't care.
Why do y'all still think the Miz is gonna catch you?
Maybe
like,
he was
I got you.
Wait, when was that? Okay, Merc. When did he get chewed out by his wife? On
Up, down, down.
Before Friday, or was that after?
It was before Friday for the up, down, down title match.
Yeah, so he wasn't himself.
Yo, that shit was hilarious. Because you have Xavier, you have Breeze that he's facing, you have Uso, Juicy, Jey Uso, you have Samoa Joe and Cesaro, and Adam Cole all watching.
Yeah, Uso wasn't there.
While Miz, Uso wasn't there. You have them all watching Miz get chewed out by his wife because he was yelling about him losing the game. Like she fucking
Power
like
Rangers, the movie for Super Nintendo.
The Power Ranger fighting game for Super Nintendo.
That was amazing. Wow.
Yeah, watch the video. It's up. Breeze defending his up, down, down title. His left, right title against
Josh Steiner in the building
against the Miz, and it was the Power Rangers Fighting Edition, which I actually own. It's with the Zords and shit.
I remember that one.
Mm-hmm.
I remember playing
that. And then Breeze like mopped the floor with him, and then every time he had a fight and fucking yelled, his wife opened the door and yelled at him, like gave him shit.
Does anybody watch Miz and Mrs.?
I watch it here and there. It's not. It's pretty good.
It's better. I love it because it's shorter than regular Divas. Divas is still a pretty good show.
Yeah.
But that one is shorter, and it's like bing, bing, boom. You get everything in one short 22 minutes, and it's nice. But there's one episode where he put up Maurice's Divas title, the one that's in their house.
Yeah.
What was that?
Phone call. Sorry, guys.
That's how I told you to turn off the vibrator.
I turned everything off.
I guess not, because something went up. Anyway.
I don't know my phone.
Okay, I'm going to stop bad-mouthing The Miz, apparently. But no, he put up the belt, and he lost the match.
Yeah.
So he lost a trophy and Maurice's title.
He had Xavier Woods has like 3 of his titles, and then I think Maurice's women's Divas title.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Did Maurice even know that was gonna go down?
No, by the end of the episode, she found out because she ended up getting it back, and he's like, "Oh, how'd you get that back?"
That's pretty good.
Because she probably Xavier probably just gave it back to her. She didn't want no.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he betted the U.S. title, he betted the IC, and he was like, I have not won any of these titles, but I'm gonna win them all from you. So every time they fight, I think it was mainly Street Fighter. They fought in Street Fighter.
Yeah, it was Street Fighter 2. It was for Street Fighter 2.
Xavier
he picked Blanca
ass.
and lost.
Yeah.
Yep, he picked Blanca and lost.
And then he lost the IC title the same way. Then he lost the tag title the same way. And then I think it was the only one he did not give up is his WWE title. because it was more personalized, and he would not give that up. And there was something else he would not give up because it was more personalized than anything. So it was a lot of shit. It was actually pretty funny.
Okay.
Actually, the whole thing is on Up Up Down Down when he played them.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Check that out.
Yes, check out Up Up Down Down. They do good stuff. AEW Dynamite, the Fight for the Fallen. It was another named pay-per-view, but regular ass show. We got kicking off. We got the AEW TNT Championship match: Cody Rhodes versus the Concrete Rose, Sonny Kiss.
It was actually all right. It was all right.
I thought the match was good.
I'm not 100% familiar with Sonny Kiss though, so like this is like my first big introduction to a singles match. Because every time, almost correct me if I'm wrong.
This is first time.
Is this the first time since he's been there that he's had a complete singles match? Because I always
On
see him
TV
in a tag or a battle royal.
On
oh,
TV.
He's on Dark, right?
Yeah, usually on Dark, Sonny Kiss has a couple matches single, but mostly tagged with Johnny Janela.
All right, so I have not seen Dark recently.
I actually liked the match. My only gripe with the match was the character, whatever the hell Cody Rhodes was doing.
Yes, that's my problem too.
Like he went like directly heel in the match, and then just automatically handshakes the person after he wins.
He gives him a nice long hug and says something to him, and like, what?
And it just like felt out of place. I just didn't care for it. It was like
that's exactly what I felt.
And it wasn't, and I would have understood it more too if it was like Arn Anderson getting in his ear and fucking yelling at him to do it. But Arn Anderson was just standing there in the side like,
like what are you doing?
They clearly showed that like 3 or 4 times where Arn was just like bug-eyed, like he couldn't believe in character what he was seeing. And I'm like, all right.
And they had Tully Blanchard watching, so they kind of hinting something, but it was just like he went like so out of character of what he is now and doing a bunch of things, and then all of a sudden giving a handshake. I want to hang out. You try to like bash my head on that metal thing. You, I ain't handshaking you.
The match made no sense as Cody's supposed to be a face. I get what y'all saying, but he was acting like a heel. Double A was acting like a face manager where he couldn't believe that he was doing this. And the handshake just made no sense. Like he's trying to kill you.
Yeah. Like my gripe with my gripe with it is like I understand like if Arn Anderson was like yelling in his ear to go more aggressive because he's getting the better of him, I would have understood it and it would 100% go with the character of what they're building. But the fact that he just did it just to fucking try to win the match and got desperate, it kind of threw off Cody's character, and I didn't care for it.
Yeah.
And the start of the match is weird because Cody treats it like it's no big deal match from the jump. He does one move to and then does do a bunch of push-ups.
Bro, yo,
he's coming off here like a motherfucker.
I gotta stop you right there about something that you saw that move, right? He failed to do a springboard suplex.
Yeah.
He did it. Couldn't muscle him back up. Couldn't muscle Sonny back up. Like didn't get the bounce off the ropes, and then just drops him, and then does the push-ups. And you know what? I think that was not a character. I think that was to cover up a mistake.
Yeah.
I'm being honest. Like go look.
I almost killed the guy with the soup. Like.
That was the thing that hit me in the head like immediately. It was like, oof, yeah, you didn't do that right. And then you just was like, instead of trying to just do the generic wrestler, I'm just gonna stomp him.
Yeah.
He just got down and did push-ups and looked like an asshole. I'm like, that's a little funky.
I did like the match itself. Like I think Sonny Kiss did a great job, and just like the offense and things like that. I think Sonny Kiss did a better Crossroads than Cody Rhodes.
Everyone does a better Crossroads than Cody Rhodes. It's something with his legs.
Yeah.
It's something with Cody's leg. It's the way he twists. It looks odd.
Like, it always looks like he's killing the other person. I'll say that.
Yeah, but like not in a good way either.
No, that's what I'm saying. It always looks like we understand. They're not
I feel like they hear the neck crack. Oh shit! Damn it!
Had the X-ray from Mortal
He
Kombat.
does the crossroads like a heel,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he should differentiate the two.
I just think he
that
does
move.
it.
This is the way he does it.
I
I,
just
think
think-
Jay understands. Like, he
He
just does a
did that
job.
move.
I think Cody just has a bunch of moves that just try to look cool.
And when he did the, what's the name of the vertebraker? That
Oh,
looked. I
The
don't think.
Nightmare on Helm Street.
That was not even a
That's the-
vertebraker.
But you see,
Yeah, I
What was
understand.
that supposed to be? Sonny
It
just
was a
landed on
it was a backwards power driver. Like it was just like the vertebraker goes with like it goes into like an prettier and then lifts up and then goes down.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to land on your back. He kind of went higher and it was like a power driver.
That
Yeah.
looked terrible, terrifying.
It was
Excuse
terrible and terrifying. Yeah, I was like, oh damn. Uh-oh.
But that's gonna be a theme of this show too, because there's some moves in here that was just woo.
But the match itself, it wasn't that bad. Like I'm very, very, very critical of Cody Rhodes, and I actually didn't. mind
Yeah,
this
I was
match.
gonna ask you guys, is he usually that sloppy?
Yeah.
Because I don't. Is he?
Yeah.
He's got
was
certain moves that just never look great.
He just he has a bad moveset.
Yeah, it don't make sense to his size. It doesn't make. He wrestles like he's smaller.
No,
But
no,
he's
no.
bigger than everybody there.
Okay. Here's my thing, and start. Correct me if you don't see this, but what I see is he's been like doing the indie darling moveset.
Yeah.
And he hasn't evolved past that. Like I imagine in WWE, he probably has some of the same moves, but he didn't wrestle the style the same way, so it probably didn't bother people as much.
Yeah.
But he looks like he's a how is he? How much is he? 220 something?
Yeah, 220.
Yeah.
So he's the typical heavyweight wrestler doing the indie darling moveset, and it just doesn't look good on him at all.
Like the last good match I really liked of Cody Rhodes, it was not even AEW.
Okay.
It was in Northeast Wrestling Federation against Kurt Angle. And that was when he just got fired from WWE.
Oh, okay.
That's how long ago it was, because he still worked the WWE style and worked with Kurt Angle, and it was probably one of his best matches.
Okay.
Other than that, he, again, like I agree with you. He started doing these indie darling matches. Like, the RKO from the top rope does not make sense, because you hurt yourself more than you hurt the guy.
Yeah.
But he does it.
It's
And that's-
never catching. It's never like Randy, where it's a complete and utter desperation, yet a surprise. Like, he's slipping, got him. It's just, I haven't done this in a match yet.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
I haven't used this special move yet. He has like the 5 S's, and he hasn't used it.
in that very bad looking kick he does.
He's a bad Cena. It's a bad Cena. Yes.
Yeah.
A limited moveset, but Cena can make an arena jump, whereas this guy it just doesn't make sense.
And Cena added moves. I'm gonna vouch for him. He did add moves. He did the springboard stunner. He did the sunset driver.
Yeah, that's the worst thing I've ever seen him do, though. I don't like that.
The best one he did was with AJ Styles, because AJ Styles fully flipped with it, and it actually looked good. Other than that, everyone else did it terrible.
And it looks like he looks too stiff doing it. That's why.
Because Cena's not supposed to be doing that.
I'll give him the leg drop. I'll
too
give
stiff,
Cena the leg
like a square trying to do that move. But Cody Rhodes, this is the first match he didn't have smoke and mirrors. Also, a lot of things wasn't happening outside the ring. Someone didn't run into the match. A lot of things were weird in that match, but I think Sonny actually made it look better. Like a lot of the leg moves that he was pulling off in the
Sonny is a good
looking
seller.
for them.
Sonny is a good seller, like 100% good seller. And so, like, the moves that he did execute, it looked ugly, but Sonny sold it perfectly.
Yeah, it's supposed to look. You know what I'm saying? It was supposed to look ugly, but
No,
he made him work. He made him really work.
The moves are not supposed to look ugly. Sonny just made them look good.
Look cute. His moves didn't look cute when he was doing that rope shit with the legs.
But
that looked soft as hell.
I thought the match was alright. Like, again, I have my issues with Cody Rhodes, so usually, like, most of his matches I just don't care about. But this was the one I actually watched fully and actually enjoyed it. So Next match, squaring off. First time ever. FTR versus the Lucha Bros.
The Lucha Brothers are the heels, right?
Supposedly.
Because they're thieves. They're car thieves.
Well,
they are car thieves.
They're not the thief.
Well,
So
I mean,
Butcher's in the base is
I'm about to
thieves.
say that's
Right in the
racist.
They just picked them up for a ride.
So it was Chavo and Eddie versus.
Not even. Don't even say that. They're not on that level.
Nah,
You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll say right now, I give Phoenix mad credit, but also Phoenix is turning into Sin Cara.
Yeah.
He's turning into Mr. Well, he's gonna kill himself at least once during the match.
Yeah, and he
And
botches
you don't
it too.
And he's kind of sloppy. I don't know if that's because of the lucha style. I don't know. But he was kind of sloppy in that match too. I've never seen him that sloppy.
Like that, I can ignore. Because okay, Nick, we seen mad luchador matches. We seen Ray and Ultimo and all them dudes. They look crisp as hell.
Yes.
So he can't be like using the style as a crutch. Is like, hey man, sometimes he be doing shit he can't do.
Yeah.
Physically it doesn't work. It's like he's probably done it some other time. And the thing about him though is like he does stuff so high risk. It's like the probability of him messing it up is high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing about him.
I'll feel you on that one.
I didn't feel this match.
Like he might be one of those guys that might hurt himself for real. Like, I don't know.
Well, I'm surprised he didn't do it last week, but this one, I want to say this. This is the most tags they've ever done. The Lucha Brothers?
Yeah. That's true.
They tagged more in this match than they've ever done. They still in the ring a long time, but they tagged in and out.
But that's on the ref for them staying in long. The ref should be on it. But it was that bald guy, right? The skinny bald guy that was a ref. Yeah. Now you know why. He don't count for shit.
Yo, you guys, can I tell you? You guys ruined AEW for me. Because now every time it goes like, where's a tag team and the ref just loses control 30 seconds into like everybody being in the ring.
Yeah.
He just gives up.
That's quality control too, because they don't know how to fake the funk with it. Like, get out of here! They just stand there with their hands in the air.
They will do it. They'll say it once and be like, "Oh, can you please get out?" And then like, "No, fine, sorry."
Sorry, do something. Like,
so, I had issues with this match because again, I wanted something really good, especially because FTR and how they work and the Lucha Bros. Yeah. Yes, they did tag and stuff like that, but I wanted to see body work. I wanted to see old school wrestling mixed with the Lucha Libre style and things like that. I hate Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. in AEW. I hate them in AEW. I miss them in Lucha Underground. I missed them in Lucha Underground. They were so good in Lucha Underground, and they were separate. They should not be a tag team no more.
Yeah. There was mixed cues between the two of the brothers.
Yo, I've seen Pentagon work single matches amazingly. And Lucha Underground, he's probably one of the best characters that was in that show. Yeah. Phoenix was a badass fucking character in Lucha Underground. He did some crazy ass shit, having the freaking death match with Mule Metes and shit like that. He had some amazing matches there too. When I see them in AEW, I don't see the same thing, and it pisses me off because I know how talented they are and I know how they book, and it just annoys me. So I think that's my big thing with AEW too, is just the fact that there's things I've seen a lot of these guys do, especially like Omega. I hate Omega now, but I'm seeing little shit. I'm seeing things. I'm seeing it. Like, especially after the beer throne and later on. But I want to see heel. I want to see heel Omega. I want to see the cleaner. I don't want to see. I don't want to see what I get from AEW. But Pentagon and Phoenix, I do not like in AEW, and it just makes me sad because I'm a big fan of those.
They got to separate. They can't be a tag.
I feel like they need to separate. I feel like they need to just leave that company and go to Impact, because Pentagon was Impact champion.
Yeah,
and he was good. He had good matches.
But it was like,
you know what I think is messed up, and I don't want to just put the blame on the Bucks, but I feel like it's that energy, that just something with AEW and the way the wrestlers perform there. It feels like they think structure is bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes like to the matches, and it's like they seem to be one of the. There's like a lot of them actually.
Yeah.
Cody, to some degree, Kenny, and
Hangman.
of course the Bucks, but also the Lucha Bros, as they feel like there's no structure to the match, and it's just throw everything at the other person until they don't get it.
Yeah, it's like throw everything into one can't get up.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Do 1,000 moves like they kept doing. Like Phoenix kept doing kicks and punches at was it Dash?
Yeah,
and he had to like hit him once to put him down.
Yeah,
just to be like slow this shit down.
So
see, like for me, I treat AEW like I treat New Japan. I could totally skip the tag teams because it's just going to be a spot fest for everybody, no matter what type of style it is.
Yeah.
It's, oh, let me do my shit. Let me do their shit. Oh, we're going to do each other's shit. And we go home.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like, honestly, they need a bit more structure into the tag team division, especially if FTR, the way they're supposedly be this old school style wrestlers and stuff like that. I don't see that. And since they left, I see it when they were in NXT. I don't see it now.
Well, I saw it in their first match.
No, it's not the first match.
What was the first match?
They had like a few matches already. They've been on TV for about a month already.
Well, I know that, but
they had 4 matches for each week. Each week they debuted, they had a match.
I just want to point out their first match, if I'm not mistaken, was with the Baker and them, and they had a basic match.
Oh, the Baker and the Butcher.
Shout out to JR for constantly just. I think he does it because he doesn't like, because he thinks that whole thing is stupid, and I think it's the same thing. He goes, "What is it? Did they work at a bakery or something?" Every time they show up, I hate the Butcher. I don't like. I hate anything. Yeah. The Butcher and the Blade, their presentation is trash.
It's garbage.
And they lost their bunny. And she was the only reason why I watched them.
Yeah, they lost the bunny and their thieves. And they lost the bunny and the cool look.
Yeah.
And their thieves because they stole the car or the truck or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the backup singles for "Come On, Eileen." Oh, I mean it.
But yeah,
Wow.
I had a lot of issues with the match. Like, again, there was no structure into it. There was no, like, selling the body parts or going for body parts or even working for a finisher. And that's a big issue with me. Like, I'm losing interest in that kind of style. Like, I like a story. I like stories in my matches. And there's something that's, like, kind of being stagnant in wrestling today is the fact that there's no story building into matches sometimes, a lot of the time. And that's what hurts. And when I see it, I appreciate it. Like, I think the last one I really enjoyed, like, fluently, was the Thatcher and Oney Lorcan match.
Okay.
Like, how technical that match was, how rough it was, but they worked each other's parts, they worked the body, they worked everything, they kept going for the same arm that they worked on.
Yeah.
Not the other arm. The one they worked on. And style like that, I appreciate. Like Riddle and Thatcher, too. Riddle and Thatcher was an amazing match as well. But those are the things I like. And I feel like, again, with this tag team and how they structure it, it's just, again, everyone has like a life bar. And it's pretty much Street Fighter.
But I want to point out, FTR can do that. It's the people that they're with. I feel like they're doing business and not telling motherfuckers to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they're doing okay, you did this, I'll do this. That's what that match felt like. And I was like, no, that's not their style. They slow it down, they work a body part. That's been their thing. But y'all don't want to do that. In the matches they have been previous in, it hasn't even been... Why are they tagging with the Young Bucks and that's supposed to be the biggest tag team? That's supposed to be a feud.
I don't know. Yeah, I had no interest in their storyline right now.
It was like everything you expected them to do with them, they did a 180 and did this.
I was actually hoping for, like, they were gonna keep disrespecting the Bucks, like, oh, we don't even see you as a tag team. I wanted them to keep going with that.
I wanted a fight. I wanted them a rivalry and not just helping them and being cool with each other. At least we saw a little bit. They dumped like beer on Omega's head.
Yeah.
Right, which I
And
was fine with, but I thought they were gonna continue that. Oh, screw the Bucks. We're not even here for them. We're here for everybody else.
yeah,
And they'll
Yeah.
go far, far and far into like, oh, we're not even gonna fight them. We don't even want to fight you.
yeah.
Like you don't. We don't
Look how
even
much
see you
garbage
like
you
at
are.
all.
You're such
Right.
garbage. I don't even want to touch you.
And
like,
honestly, after this week, I am a little disappointed at them being there. I was
Yeah.
hyped for them to come there
Yeah.
and be different, be that different tag team. Because
And they-
everybody's spot fest over there.
Yeah.
So to have them be like the different one, I was very much looking forward to.
Let's move on.
yeah.
Le Champion comes out, the demo god, with Jack Hager
Oh
and
my
Santana
God.
running up to and
It's petty. It's petty what they did.
it's
He was
hilarious.
so
Though.
petty with
It's
that.
whatever.
I love it. Yes, it's petty, but Jericho can do it
Yeah,
because he can do it right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yo, he don't miss. I swear, Chris Jericho don't miss.
And then freshly squeezed, they the orange juice.
Hold up. You know who
He was
does miss?
sticky.
That guy with the afro. What's his name?
Pineapple Pete.
Ortiz.
Pineapple.
What the fuck was he doing?
Oh,
Everybody they want to touch him. They were looking at him like he was stupid. I was like, oh my god. He almost ruined that segment. He almost ruined it.
I like the segment. It was funny. Up next is the Elite. Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks versus Jurassic Express. For what reason, I don't know.
I just want to point out, Jurassic Express should never talk, especially Marco Stunt, because he looks the way he talks.
But that's the point. But that's the point. That's the point of Marco Stunt is the fact that he's supposed to be a tough little guy.
A tough little guy.
He's supposed to be a tough little guy.
I'd rather he
They
win a
do like
bunch
it.
and have him talk like that.
Yeah.
I was like, no. He should
If you ain't
never.
got the wins to back it up, you shouldn't talk like that.
So I liked it how Kenny Omega like acted in this match with because he had the beer spray on him, so he felt a certain way. The way he ended the match and went after Marco Stunt, I was like, all right, I can see this happening. I'm fine with this.
No.
But I was like, yo, Marco Stunt looks like the little girl he fought in Japan.
I know, because that was Neo. Anyway, so
Yeah.
that was Evo, whatever
Yeah.
that name is.
That's
I
weird.
just want to point out. It was not fucking anybody. Yeah, it was. That was Neo. That was the fucking little girl. Anyway, so I want to point out, Kenny Omega is sell for any fucking body, and that pisses me off because he's the bigger guy in the fucking ring besides Lucha Dunk, and I mean, what's his name, Luchasaurus.
Yeah.
Luchasaurus, I've never seen him work that way. I like the way he works,
I
but
like
he thinks
Luchasaurus.
too much. But Kenny selling those bullshit punches by fucking Marco Stunts got me mad. Because those don't even look like they hurt. Like he was hitting him in the stomach, like a little girl hits a, when your little sister gets mad at you, and she hits you, and don't know what she's really doing. She's going left and right, left and right. I was like, that's the way he started off in this match. Really? And he's selling for it.
That's
I mean, like his abs could punch Marco Stunt in the fucking face and knock him out. But he's doing that little girl punches. I hate that.
My best part was the ending. And he one wing angeled him and then started
Like,
beating him up after he pinned him.
That one, and then another thing with Julio was saying, Spark Effect, Spot Madness happened.
Yeah, it was expected. It was
Like, Jesus
expected.
Christ. And then in one spot that, once again, this fucking Canadian Destroyer thing is going to hurt somebody.
Yeah.
There's 2 weeks in a row, they leveled that fucking move and it almost fucking landed on someone's head. If it wasn't for, I'm telling you, if it wasn't for that roll,
Yeah.
he would have got hit in the head.
It looked cool though. It did look
It
cool.
looked beautiful.
Yeah.
It just looked like it could have killed somebody.
Yeah. I honestly skipped this match. Nightmare Sisters versus MJ Jenkins and Kenzie Page.
I fell asleep.
I had
I
no
fell asleep
interest
completely.
I had no interest
Oh,
in that
with-
tag team.
I wish someone would record us say it. Well, we're recorded right now. Would someone take that clip and put that on the Young Bucks shit? So they're like, yes, we're so used to your bullshit, we're falling asleep in your fantastic spot match.
Yeah. So the Nightmare Sisters versus MJ Jenkins, which I was like, oh shit, she was in NXT. And Kenzie Page. Yeah, I didn't care for them. I honestly had no interest, so I skipped it. So sorry, I don't have
I was
anything.
like, Brandy trying to get on this show any means necessary. She'll put job people in. Brandy don't sell, by the way.
She's not that good. Nia Rose announced that Vicky Guerrero is her new manager.
Bro, the
Does anyone care?
music,
I
the
didn't hear that.
Excuse Me remix that
Yeah.
she's got. Bro,
Wait, hold on.
you didn't hear the music?
No,
You didn't
no.
hear the Excuse Me?
They made it more annoying. Oh my god!
It was like a TikTok song. I was like, wait, no, you didn't.
I gotta look this up because I've heard like other people who were just talking about wrestling in general over the week bring that up and say it was the best thing they've ever heard. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You have to. You have to. It's ridiculous. Right after this show.
Yeah. It'll probably be the opening for the show.
Mm-hmm. Let that be the opening for this show,
God.
please. The Excuse Me remix.
Yeah.
Jen shaking her head because she couldn't believe it either.
Well,
I thought we were done with her.
I guess not.
So too.
Oh no, somebody did it. Wait, okay, it's there already. Nice.
Mhm.
Tonight's the main event, it was John Moxley for the AEW Championship versus Brian Cage. I thought this match was very underwhelming.
Yeah.
I like the fact that that Moxley went directly for his arm. My biggest issue is that he started going for the other arm and it made no sense. But I'm glad he switched it and then went for the other one again.
I also like the way Moxley, he's done this before, and I've always said this is his one-trick pony thing, where I don't get Moxley, first of all. He's not a tough guy when I look at him, but he'll bring up a body part being injured, even though weeks upon weeks that body part wasn't injured at all. They'll bring up, oh yeah, he had surgery on his arm in this match only, and then Moxley will bring it up, and I was like, okay, I guess that's Moxley's form of storytelling. Even though this motherfucker he will start the match off fast, and then he won't go into the ring. He'll fight outside the ring for like it's a Moxley. It's like a Moxley. It's his setup. It's everything he does. He fights outside the ring for like an hour. He goes back. This guy doesn't know how to work in a ring. At least I don't feel like he does, because he constantly goes everywhere but the ring. And they didn't keep Cage strong. They made him a babyface at the end of this match.
I honestly do not understand what they did with Cage in this match. Like, I understand the hype into it and how they've been building him with Taz and everything like that.
Yeah.
But how
everything was going good.
How he threw the towel in and how he had no reaction to Taz throwing the towel in. You had to look at Twitter in order to find a reaction to it.
Yeah.
I did not like that. The match itself, how Moxley worked him, I was fine with, because I knew it was going to be that kind of a match. That's what I expect from Moxley. For him working the arm, and that was his surgically repaired arm, and that was well-known news before Brian Cage signed to AEW, that he just had a surgically repaired arm. So I was fine with that.
But no one sold that. For weeks they
he didn't sell it though.
For him to bring that up then, I was like, okay, someone just put that together.
My biggest issue with it, that Brian Cage didn't sell his arm the whole match.
Yeah.
Especially at the end, when he's in the submission hold for that long, and at the end he was like, nothing's wrong with me.
Yeah, he did not sell the arm at all. He didn't adjust the way he had to do moves or anything like that. He did not sell the arm at all. He did the whole Nakamura. Nakamura did that shit.
Nakamura will sell for 5 seconds at least, and then he'll stop.
Nakamura will sell everything but the legs. If you don't work the legs, that's his offense. So work the arm, he'll work it. Work the back, he works it. But you sell the legs, that's his offense. So you can't be doing that.
Right, that's true.
Oh no, except that one time with was it Bobby Roode?
Yeah,
but he sold the leg and got actually submitted to some shit.
Yeah, but that was a big thing. It was I understand why he went after the arm, but I wish Cage actually sold it. I like Cage. I have mixed reviews with him, but I don't mind Cage.
I think they should have kept him big and strong. This is what they've been doing to big guys when they come over. They get him mad fast. He only been there for a couple of weeks, and he already got a title match.
Yeah.
And then after the title match, what are they going to do after? Because they just now They buried Taz because he's supposed to be like he talking so much shit for weeks and then throws the towel in.
And then Darby Allin attacked him.
Yeah,
I understood the towel throwing in thing.
Yeah,
I understood it because he's
Well,
like, no,
after
this
Jay
is my guy. Right, but I got it. But
he should have been that wounded in that match. He should have been
Right.
able to keep up with fucking Moxley.
right,
They
the
could've
work
been
wasn't
quick
even
pin.
that deep either. It wasn't
Yeah.
even that deep.
They could have just did a quick pin, and Moxley still would have won. Moxley hasn't been competing. He has. He should have had more control of the
his
match.
wife had corona. Like, he was off
Yeah,
TV.
we understand why. I'm just saying, in the arc of the story, in that universe, Moxley hasn't been competing. This guy's been throwing motherfuckers around like they're nothing. He should have came in there more dominant, like a Vader match.
Yeah. Again, like I agree with that. Like, again, the way they booked Cage and then how he looked in this match was like two different people. And then also the fact that he did not sell the arm, even though he's submitted to the arm. And Moxley worked the arm. That's the big thing. Moxley worked the arm. He went directly for the surgically repaired arm, and he did not sell it. And that really threw me off on the match.
Yeah. I always say that, guy that. Yeah.
I mean, listen, they did the same thing with Swagger, where they hype that he's this big guy, he's undefeated.
Yeah.
But then he gets beat up in his underwear.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
He wore his underwear. He got his gear. That's why he lost.
Same thing with Murder Hawk. He's killing people. Cody don't have a chance. Cody beats him like what? Then they have nothing to do with the rest of them.
Yeah, it's a big like, as much as everyone like loves it and things like that. There's a big like shambles in that backstage and how they had to start. They have no like. They don't build any of the young guys. They don't have They have up and coming talent, but they don't build them. Like, the only one that kind of has something building, and kind of because he's could talk, is MJF. Everyone else that's a young building talent gets squashed or loses their match or loses their big rivalry. Look at Darby Allin. Look at Joey Janela. Look at Darby Allin is their Jeff Hardy. Now, as much as you probably don't understand the character, I know I understand. I understand the character. I understand what people see in him. Darby Allin is a big fan favorite. A lot of people like him. He's a lot of fans. He has a lot of fans. And
you know what he's missing? DUIs.
Damn.
But he's straight edge, so he's like a mixture of him and Punk.
Oh.
But he throws me back to like Jackass and stuff. I'm like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah, like, he's not bad in the ring, and he does some good matches, especially depending on the people he fights. It's just there's no building on him. Like, he'll have a big rivalry, and he has like the big match, and he loses.
Yeah.
And there's no building.
Usually in a silly way too.
Yeah.
The last one was Cody, and I didn't agree the way that went down at all. That was kind of stupid.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
he has potential. He lays his shit in though.
no,
I will say that he lays his stuff in. He has potential. MJF has a lot of potential, but they booked him wrong too because he was there and he didn't talk one time. His best quality is talking. His best quality is to entertain you, piss you off, and into something else. I thought he was in a thing with Jungle Boy. Apparently not.
Well, he was. He beat Jungle Boy.
yeah, his thing was I think the 2 weeks. It was 2
Yeah,
weeks ago.
he
The
beat.
first-
He beat
the
Jungle
first
Boy.
special. Yeah.
And then they
But then
tagged and they lost.
But I want to point out, you can still build from that. You don't have to stop that.
Yeah, but they did had the Jungle Boy and him going at it for like a full month, like back to back to back. So
listen,
moving on to
for once they did it right, because I don't want to see Jungle Boy fight more than once every couple of weeks anyway.
Yeah.
He's good though. Did you see that? He's very athletic. I don't know if they.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to see him versus MJF for 6 weeks. I'm good.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's true. But
I'm good.
There was a way they could have done that a little bit better.
Yeah. Let's move on. So AEW, we haven't graded our show. So what grade do you give Monday Night Raw?
I give Raw like a B.
A B
minus, maybe.
You know what? I'm gonna cut to the chase. I'm giving every WWE thing this week like a B minus because these are shows before pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And you're somewhat selling the pay-per-view, but I'm not really that excited for it.
I think SmackDown did it slightly better than Raw.
Yeah.
I'll say why. I'll say which match I'm excited for now because of SmackDown.
So I was excited. Like I think SmackDown did a better job. Raw, I'll give a C plus.
Yep.
I didn't feel that show a lot. I liked the main event. I think the main event was the only match I really got into. Alexa, Buddy didn't do it for me. Seth, Kevin Owens, there was a good match, but it was too many commercial breaks. I couldn't keep myself into it. So it was an issue with that. NXT, I'll give my first NXT would be a B plus.
Yeah, I agree with that.
NXT has been a consistent A plus to S ranking on our show. This is probably the lowest ranking of a NXT show we have given.
I agree with that. This has actually been the weakest NXT in a minute.
AEW, I give a C plus. I didn't care for the show.
Yeah.
But I did. There was things I liked, but there was things that I didn't. I think Jericho. Honestly, put Jericho on the commentating all the time, and I'll
for real. That's what saved the show for me. I was gonna say AEW got a B only because Chris Jericho's on commentator.
Once again, they gotta get rid of that mask dude. Oh. Keep fucking Tony there. Keep fucking Jim Ross and put Jericho.
No,
I think Jim Ross has to go.
No. Jim Ross has to go?
I think Jim Ross has to go. He lost touch.
He be mumbling through people's names.
Dude, Jim Ross.
I don't care about that.
Yo, Jim Ross does not.
The holes in their story kills me.
Jim Ross does not care about half the show. If you hear him commentate in a tag match, if you hear him commentate in any lightweight match and shit like that, he does not care. So him just not caring, just don't care.
Or even, and I hate to say it because he's still old school. You'll catch him every once in a while.
Yeah.
You'll say something kind of about some of the people. He'll say something in the Sun. He said something in the Sunny Kiss match about some type of origins or something. I'm like, what's that do with idiot?
Yo, he be saying shit on his mouth, on his breath too. I'm surprised he didn't get in trouble for some of the things he says.
He
said the N-words twice last week.
Oh no.
He said what?
No.
He said the N-words last
No.
week.
Nobody heard it. I heard it.
I felt like he wanted to say it.
I was kind of high when I heard it.
Because I think it was just
he's like, Jim Ross got raw.
He thought that no cops have caught the butcher and the baker, but they're on live television and no one knows who that truck is.
I love that I know it's not burying, but I love that he just dumps on them every week. I love what this week. Somebody brought up the fact that he said the wrong show name in the beginning. Yeah. He said, so this was Fighter Fest or Fight for the Fallen?
This is Fight for the Fallen.
Yeah, he said Fighter Fest this week.
He doesn't know what show this is.
No.
Just let me call the damn match.
This is not Dynamite. This is Dynamite. We already have a name.
What he's doing.
Dynamite.
What?
I'm sorry, they're giving him cues and he's not giving a shit. He's just listen. I'll call it whatever the fuck I want to call it.
You've been in the business for 40 fucking years.
All right, let's move on to SmackDown.
Jim Ross is a treasure. I don't care what anybody else says. He don't care. I respect that he don't care. I've been in here enough.
No, Friday Night SmackDown. We kicked off with Big E versus Cesaro, it had a sitcom opening.
Hold on. Yes, yo, can I tell you how dope that opening was?
I did like the opening.
Big E, props to Kofi too, because I got what they were going for to give the promos in the beginning.
Yeah.
So you get the why these guys fighting? Okay, so you got Nakamura and Cesaro. They say whatever they got to say, and then you got Kofi and Big E start with mics, and I was like, damn, that's some top tier shit already. And then Big E goes from the promo to the intro.
Yeah.
Yo, you can't touch him.
Yo,
I don't care what anybody says.
That's a national treasure right there.
He's on another level right now, dude. He's not. People will say we love Big E, but I know he's not getting enough credit. No. Who does that? like that good. Come on, man. Really?
That match was fantastic, by the way. I think that's my match of the week.
Yeah, that would be because I mean they always deliver. Cesaro's going to deliver on a singles match.
But Big E and Cesaro, we haven't seen that in a while, and them two going at it and just big. One thing I loved is that my only gripe with the match and my only little problem with the match, they didn't do like a test of strength or anything.
I'm gonna go old school like that.
Dude, these are the two of your strongest freaking guys in your business.
Right. You know what? I agree with Jay Dizzle on that. If you're gonna always build on his strength, every time he fights a big guy, he should be equal with him.
Yeah.
If you're always gonna be like, oh, he's the strongest guy here, he's the strong. There should always be him and Big Show test of strength, him and Big E test of strength, him and Baron Corbin test of strength.
Man, it's just killing me how Big E said they call him the Swiss Superman, but my fist is Lois Lane.
Yeah.
What? Jesus.
That was good. That was good.
Come on.
But I love this match. I actually enjoyed it a lot. Cesaro gets the win. Then they pick a tables match for Cesaro. We are getting a SmackDown Tag Team Championship match at Extreme Rules. Funny note. You want to know a funny note about tables match?
What's that?
85% of tables matches, the person lost the title.
Wow. Oh yeah, somebody pointed out the really hilarious fact about Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
About his win-loss record.
Yeah.
He's won one match since he came back.
Maybe he wins. Honestly, I am more. The Rock vouch for his ass. I see it.
All he does is lose. Damn.
Yo, The Rock vouch for Dolph Ziggler. He wants him to win.
Yeah. I mean, I saw mad people come out and say they want him to win.
Yeah.
I just think it's hilarious. And
that he don't?
I don't want to. Yeah, it's just like people gotta call this out. Everybody. There needs to be a consensus on this in every federation.
Yeah.
And so let me ask y'all: do wins and matters? Do they? Wins and losses matter for real? Does anybody care?
I think
should I be caring or not caring?
I think depending on the build. Like if you're in the middle of a build, and then say for instance you're getting on a row. Like say you win 2 matches in a row, and you're getting built up into a title contention. You should be winning your matches until you get that title shot. You should not, unless shenanigans happen, the heel fucking fucks you up and things like that. It's understandable to lose if it has like a heel involved, things like that. But to honestly lose while you're on a hot streak kind of throws you off. It was the same thing, kind of like with Kofi when his build up going. Yeah. Like he started winning, and started building into the title match.
But at one point, he beat like most of the roster too in like one night.
But hold on, let me ask you then.
2 nights.
So what do we do in a WWE situation where seems to no longer be the case? Yeah. Where nobody gets a streak except for like the champ. It's like people just be losing and losing. Dolph Ziggler lost his way off the show into a title match. What?
No, you don't mind because the WWE don't think that people like you exist. They don't think that continuity should be on their show. So what they'll do is we'll push this guy because we'll take him off TV for a couple of days. Then we'll put him back on and say, oh yeah, he's the number 1 contender. That's why they don't say it. But that's why they don't do that.
They did it with Jinder Mahal.
Jinder Mahal.
He jobbed to Balor the day before. He jobbed to Balor the Monday before, and then he's the number 1 contender for the WWE Championship that Friday.
That's even worse. That's just because they no one gave a shit about that.
It's just like, damn.
Nah, that was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
Damn.
But that's the thing also. This is a way they could easily do it. You know what? Let's finish SmackDown and get into the Extreme Rules, and then we can talk about this because we're going up pretty high. So let's finish up SmackDown. We go into Extreme Rules. We can have discussions in there. But I have something to say about the Ziggler thing, so I'll keep that in mind. Cesaro, Big E. Fantastic match.
Great match.
Nice spot finish.
He did this. He spinned him. I was happy about that.
Yes.
And it's been a while.
I wonder how hard it is to put Big E in a sharpshooter.
He got big legs.
His thighs are huge.
Yeah.
He's like ham hocks.
True that.
and he's so flexible, and he's still flexible with those legs because
no, you see him do splits all the damn time.
yeah,
You seen the drive along with him and him splitting in between the two windows while making pancakes. Fucking crazy. I
did not see that.
You should watch that.
That's a lot of muscle, and I'm always surprised he doesn't get like cramps or fucking.
Nah, he has a really like strict like stretching regimen. Like he does like about an hour stretching before he even wrestles.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Bailey and Sasha Banks defeat Asuka and Nikki Cross. There was a moment of bliss. Everyone interrupted. Alexa Bliss's guess was Asuka. They land up tagging. It was a decent match. Bailey Sasha win.
It was all right.
Oh, and I just want to note that Big E like nailed Corey Graves.
Oh,
with that jacket.
The jacket.
Oh, he nailed him this week. Yo, he got him direct. He almost fell off the chair.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Caught him well.
It was an okay match. I feel like again, like you're having them fight way too much before their big pay-per-view. Yes. I don't think they needed a match before this. I think they just needed like a standoff or just something just to happen. They didn't need an actual match.
Yeah, sure.
Also, they insulted my intelligence because didn't Nikki Cross get a title shot like this year? She won some type of tournament to get a title shot before Bailey was like before the role models were a thing.
I think she did.
I think you're right.
This was early.
They did a match for the title.
Yeah, they did fight already.
This was like in the beginning of the pandemic era.
Yeah.
They might have scrapped that.
It happened though. I'm like, wait a second. This is the second time she got a title shot.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it is.
They don't think we remember because of the pandemic.
Yeah, we don't.
Everything is just a blur now.
The same way they say that
anything before
Charlotte for 4 months, but you can go back to SmackDowns and be like, but she be here in this match and she be here in this match, and I just don't count any of those matches. Like what? Yeah. All right.
That's a thing. Continuity does it.
Yeah, you're right.
Braun Strowman defeats John Morrison.
I feel bad for Morrison, man.
Me too.
This was probably like the best.
He is a beautiful man with beautiful skills.
But I love the reason I.
All right, so besides Nick wanting to fuck John Morrison, I just want to say that I'm tired of Braun. Did it seem out of nowhere that Braun was like, "Oh man, I gotta be ready for this match on Sunday," and he's going crazy? And I'm like, why is he doing that? Wasn't he calm last week? I'm confused.
He's getting nervous.
Was maniacal last week. Remember, he was doing the laugh and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Bray's getting in his head.
I mean, character-wise, it makes sense. He's super intense because this is supposed to be in the universe personal to him.
Yeah.
It's just that I don't
they
like
settled
that.
this already, which is so annoying.
I don't like that he had to kill Johnny Drip Drip.
Yeah.
Because when he said he had a fight with Jean-Claude Van Damme on a yacht and he beat him, I'm like, come on, dude, why you gotta do that? Like,
right, you can't divulge that information and then lose like that.
Yeah, to Braun Strowman.
You didn't even do a split or nothing.
Here's one thing I will point out about Strowman. Michael Cole is garbage. Again, Nick, you're 100% about continuity. They're saying Braun Strowman is all of a sudden consumed by the evil of his past. He's trying to confront the evil of his past.
Yeah.
They didn't show. They did not show when he tried to murder Roman Reigns like 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Murder.
Yeah. And but then again, like during the time, they also had to show with Dean Ambrose because he was involved with that.
No. I'm talking about specifically the stretcher part.
Remember yeah.
Off the stage. We had to watch that. They had the whole backstage. That was like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Of him trying to
kill. It was great.
He flipped the bomb. He flipped the semi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he pushed him, and then he flipped the ambulance. Like, dude.
Yeah.
These and like the funny thing about them not even showing those clips is that those are some of the highest watched YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Period. Yep. Crazy.
That's what put him over.
And that that was his evil, and they don't even acknowledge that.
Yeah.
I don't. Whatever. Yeah.
That whole rivalry. Maybe because it's Roman Reigns, they don't want to talk about Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
But then what about the Kane thing when he dropped the fucking wall on fucking Kane?
You're right.
Like,
Tons of evidence.
Or
Yeah.
he choked out the whole Shield.
yeah, mind you, yeah,
When he was
Braun
the Black
Strowman is
Mask.
not a nice person.
When he was he was wearing the Black Mask. He choked out Roman and Dean Ambrose at the same time.
Yeah, but again, if you don't want to show Dean, he's got plenty of other
They
moments.
destroyed the
like
New
he
Day.
murder.
He destroyed the New Day in the farmhouse.
True that. True that.
Anyway, let's move on. Lacey Evans defeats Naomi. This actually started a big hashtag, give Naomi a chance because she lost again, and she hasn't been on TV. And then they give a lot of bullshit. I agree. Like Naomi's better than that. I think she should deserves a bit more.
yeah. We see
former
like
champion.
a 2-time women's champion. It's like they don't value their champion. Like, okay, Dolph Ziggler.
I don't want to get that deep into it because we're going to talk it into the pay-per-view and we're going kind of long.
Yeah, no, I know. I just did it on purpose.
Yeah.
No, Naomi's like a 2-time champion. She's very athletic. I think she's still a little bit hesitant, like Jay says, when she's in matches. But she's the best athlete, like damn near the best athlete in there.
Yeah, she's good.
And Lacey, I don't see nothing in Lacey.
I
But
see
here's the
something.
thing.
I'll
put it to you this way. This whole thing is disappointing. I mean, I guess they put the stipulation of the winner didn't the winner get like she's next in line for a title shot or something like that?
No, it was just a match.
I could have swore that that match was for something. They changed it to be for something. Like it said it was like to be number one contender or to go on to be in number one contenders.
No, it was just it was just because of the shit that happened last week.
Well, then that's again they fighting for nothing, right?
Yep.
But Lacey Evans, if I'm not wrong, she was in a title picture.
Yeah.
On SmackDown, and she was in a title picture on Raw, like for a good long time that nobody wanted her to be.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted her to win that. Well, they just threw her into the title picture too. The first.
What's that?
Like they threw her in. I remember that they threw her in against Charlotte mad fast.
Yeah.
And you can see how green she was against Charlotte.
Yeah.
It was like Charlotte was trying to throw her around
True
to
story.
get her in certain spots. They
I
just
got
threw
better
her
with
in
Becky,
together.
but she got better in ring with Becky, but she was already at the point where nobody cared for her personality because she was just random army lady. All right, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come to the ring in a dress and take it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also she was a baby face like 2 weeks ago, and all of a sudden she's a heel. Right now.
That was crazy. She got mad at a karaoke fight. And now she's evil.
Yeah.
All right, can't
Damn
trust her.
right. She's saying Jeff Jarrett
She
and
has
lost.
an ego. Right, she has an ego. She thought she was gonna win.
Last but not least,
She's
last but not least, the IC Championship match. Matt Riddle versus AJ Styles.
Why? Why did this happen again?
Because
Because he won the first fight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that was why he got
Yeah.
the chance.
Because he pinned
opportunity,
AJ.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. As long as it makes sense, not to just throwing him in there. All right.
Yeah. He pinned
It was a
AJ.
good match.
It was a good
I
match.
cannot
Really good
deny
match.
it. It was a good match.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good match. It was almost my match of the week, but Big E and Cesaro did everything that I love what they do, and I say, and that in the opening was like sold me in 100%. Big E, national treasure. He should be WWE champ. He should be Universal champ. He should have all the
He'd be a
belts.
lot more entertaining than Braun. That's for damn sure.
Damn right. Give Big E the Universal.
And it
Have
seems
Big E
more
versus
natural.
Braun.
Yes.
He should beat.
Big E versus Braun. I'll take that. Let's go really fast into the Extreme Rules. Give our predictions before we end their show. So we'll start off with the announced yesterday the tag team championship match, tables match. It will be the New Day versus Nakamura and Cesaro.
I actually hope they win.
You think they're gonna win?
I have a feeling Cesaro.
That 80%. You feeling that? I think if the odds are that high, then isn't it a foregone conclusion?
Yeah.
Hey, if this gets Big E close to the title picture, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'd rather they lose the belts and Big E goes on his own singles joint. Why not?
They're not.
Well,
They're
I
not
could
breaking
keep
up
the
New
New
Day.
Day, but like I just want him to be the main dude for like once. Hey, he's good. Come on, why not? Try it.
Apollo Crews versus MVP, U.S. title.
I said it before. If MVP don't win, then what the hell is that belt for?
Apollo.
Mm-hmm.
To steal his belt? That's
Yeah.
so whack. That's not even my belt, and I'm gonna beat you, and I'm gonna take yours. Nah, come on. There's no way MVP is losing this match.
Okay, you got MVP. I'll take Apollo. What you got?
I think MVP gonna win this.
Yeah.
Somehow Bobby.
Yeah, I think. Right, I have the same feeling. I think if Bobby's there at ringside, yeah, he's winning.
I think Bobby's gonna like take over MVP spot.
No.
Somehow he fakes an injury and Bobby has to take the spot.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that'd be funny.
Yeah, I would put a title on Bobby right now.
They're both bald and jacked.
Exactly.
I don't know if it's gonna work.
It would be like the Spider-Man meme, like you. All right, next match.
They do a cut scene where MVP comes out and he's like got like a brace on his foot.
Yeah.
Then we know we right.
Yeah, true.
Rey Mysterio versus Seth Rollins, eye versus eye match.
I heard a good prediction that at the end it would be Ray winning the match but refusing to take his eye because he wants to be the better man.
Yeah.
And then Seth attacks him while he's not doing it, and then Rey Mysterio is blind.
And blinds him.
What if Rey Mysterio wins, and while Rey Mysterio's celebrating shit, Dominic takes the thing and stabs him in the eye.
Stabs who?
Seth Rollins in the eye.
Oh,
and then Rey's like, why? And then Dominic's like, I want blood.
I guess
Dominic.
Yeah.
Make Dominic a
like, you don't have the guts. You don't have the guts, Dad. I got
he did the Buddy Murphy.
Yeah.
Maybe that was foreshadowing.
That's true.
That'd be
That's
awesome.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because Dominic be like, you don't have the heart. You don't have the Latino heart.
I did it for Poppy.
I didn't get Poppy.
My real Poppy. Oh, boy.
Bailey versus Nikki Cross SmackDown Championship.
I hope Bailey wins.
Bailey's winning.
I wouldn't mind. I like Nikki Cross. So
I'll give it to
mind
Nikki Cross.
But here's my prediction: if it has to go like this, if Nikki Cross wins, Sasha has to lose.
Yeah.
If Bailey wins, Sasha has to win because I need this storyline to keep going forward in a big way.
Yeah, with them having both titles.
I could see
that'd be crazy.
I could see Nikki winning and Asuka keep retaining, and then having Bailey and Sasha focus more on the tag division, and then have different rivalries for the women's title. Because I want them to
have everything. I'm with you, Mike. I want them to have everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they can keep going.
I want them to get I want them to both win tomorrow and then go to NXT and challenge Io Shirai.
Io Shirai would beat them again.
Have Bailey challenge her this time
to a triple threat match, winner take all. Could you imagine if one of them had 3 belts? All right.
But then now they gotta even it, so they gotta look for the UK champion. Where are you at?
Yeah, right.
That's it. They'll go to England and all that.
Yeah.
Listen, anything to make me watch NXT UK.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're coming for you, nigga.
No, there's no men. There's no men left. Unfortunately.
Right.
Next, Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt in the Wyatt Swamp match for no title.
Somebody better get eaten by that alligator.
I said the same shit.
Yeah, I saw the game. I saw the promo for the swamp match and for the game. They both show that alligator front and center.
Yeah.
Somebody's going in.
Yeah.
Somebody's going in there.
I think Bray's gonna lose. I think he's gonna get eaten by the alligator.
Okay.
But it's gonna happen, right?
And then the Fiend will finally come back and take the title.
I heard a cool theory that Eric Rowan is gonna come back as a swamp monster.
I can see that.
I would love to see that. That'd be great.
And they don't have
Luke Harper. Give me such a gimmick. You gotta get over with this gimmick, kid.
And last but not least, Drew McIntyre versus Dolph Ziggler for the WWE Championship match.
The Drew's gonna win.
I would love it if Dolph won, if only because this is the second time this has happened where he just showed up and whined and got a match and got his ass beat. Like, is that just what you do for the rest of your life? Like, come on, dude.
I will say this 100%. If Dolph Ziggler surprisingly wins, Raw is going to be very interesting tomorrow.
Okay.
And I think that's my take. I will give Dolph Ziggler the title and let him run with it as a heel, as the top heel. Because I understand Drew and I like Drew, but when you're a babyface, it's better to be on the chase anyway.
Yeah.
And it makes your story more interesting. It gives them more personality. It gives them more of a reason to fight. And you can even build this all the way to SummerSlam. And you can have that last fight at SummerSlam and Drew McIntyre taking the belt back.
And you could just say he was overconfident because he just kept saying, "I'm gonna kick your ass."
Exactly. Have Dolph Ziggler win out of surprise. This is to be the whole case of freaking Jinder Mahal. It would be another Jinder Mahal. Like, he lost, and then all of a sudden, he has the opportunity. He takes the title.
Yeah.
I'm all for that. And Dolph Ziggler is the talent to take that. I 100% will give Dolph Ziggler. I'm going for Dolph Ziggler.
Okay.
It'd be a shocking win because what was it? Drew beat Brock. He beat the top guys.
Yeah.
Any given Sunday.
I agree.
It's any given Sunday. Any football team could beat any other football team. It doesn't matter the day. You could be the last place team and have one good Sunday and beat the next the
you
best
could be
team.
the Jets and beat
the Jets have beat.
Oh no, you could be New England and win the whole thing.
Yeah,
but it's that one game you lose that's the most important.
Yeah, the one with the Giants.
The Giants. Yeah. The Giants.
The one with the Giants. And yeah, your Patriots gonna suck this year.
Oh my God, I gotta get a Tampa Bay jersey now.
Oh man, you going Tampa? You gonna send your talents to Tampa Bay right now?
Listen, I was a Brady fan. I like New England, but I was more of a Brady fan.
Oh, okay, I think he has a better team over there anyway. All right. Last but not least, I'm just going to throw out some podcasts to listen to. They were actually really good conversations. Chris Van Vliet had Chrissy Ray, which was actually pretty... Christine Ray? Or Kylie Ray. New Day podcast had their first writer of New Day, and it was actually a really funny conversation. Definitely listen to that. There was no After the Bell this week. Anything else that was interesting this week?
But last week's with Booker T was really good.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta listen to that.
Okay.
I missed that one. Oh, and last but not least, Jericho. This is the only time I actually like Dave Meltzer is when he's a wrestling historian and not talking about current wrestling. So when he's actually talking about history, Jericho has him on about Andre the Giant. It was actually a really good conversation.
Okay.
Cool.
We're gonna wrap this up. This is the Wrestling Babble podcast. Please follow and like, subscribe on all our social medias. We on for this podcast. We're on YouTube right now. We have Twitch TV, the Facebook pages, the Wrestling Babble, and the Red Cyclone Inc. page. We have Twitter, Tumblr, and SoundCloud. All Mark with the Mic. Follow Red Cyclone Inc. on everything. Go ahead, Mike.
Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. Excuse me. Facebook group is also Red Cyclone Inc. YouTube, same thing.
Yep.
Make sure you check out the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast on our SoundCloud and YouTube. Same thing, Red Cyclone Inc.
And check out all the gameplays. Owen Wisher 3, and you did. I've been actually watching.
Almost done.
Almost there. I've been catching. Yo, the other day, because I've been playing Last of Us 2. So usually I'll have something on the side, and I've been running through the videos, and I'm like, oh, and I paused the game just to see what you were doing because you're like, oh shit, I remember that part. So and stuff like that. So just like give you some views and whatnot. Follow Japstar on
everything.
Yes.
I'm back. I got cut off for like 20 seconds. Don't know why. Okay. Yeah, follow me on everything. See my life.
Yes. And food.
Pretty all right.
And food.
The Babe Show.
And food.
And follow the Almighty Nick.
Almighty Nick on everything also.
Okay. So peace out, laters, and next week we'll have Extreme Rules review. Peace out. Laters, and always remember, follow the Jinkies.
He got them sandwiches with a mask on. I saw him with a mask on.
Yes.
Who got a mask on?
Jinkies. He had a mask on.
Oh, nice.
Did the sandwich in between it?
Yes.
We'll leave it there.